The Italian Game. One of the oldest openings ever recorded, its earliest known analysis dates back to the 16th century, when Italian players began developing the bishop straight at f7, the single weakest point in Black's entire camp, defended only by the king itself. Nothing exotic happens in the opening moves. Both sides bring pieces out fast, fight for the center with pawns on a4 and e5, and often collide within the first 10 moves of the game. It's usually the first real opening a beginner learns, because the ideas behind it are so direct. Control the center, aim at the weak square, castle quickly before anything goes wrong. Inside the Italian game lives a sharper cousin, the fried liver attack, where white sacrifices a whole knight to drag the black king out into the open early, a line still played today from club level all the way up to elite blitz games. The Ruy Lopez. Named after a Spanish priest who published deep analysis of it in 1561, this is the most respected and most heavily studied response to 1 e4 e5 at the top level of chess, and it remains a main weapon for world champions to this day. Instead of aiming at f7 like the Italian game, the bishop goes to b5, quietly pressuring the knight that defends the e5 pawn, rather than attacking anything directly. Games starting this way can stay balanced and strategically rich for 30 moves or more, which is exactly why it has survived nearly 5 centuries of scrutiny without ever going out of fashion. Magnus Carlsen relied on it heavily to win the World Championship, choosing quiet long-term pressure over sharp early tactics. Proof that an opening from the 1500s can still decide championships in the 21st century. The Sicilian Defense. When Black refuses to mirror White's first move and instead pushes the c-pawn to c5, the resulting positions become asymmetrical almost immediately, since the pawns no longer face each other directly. This is the single most popular reply to 1 e4 among strong players at every level, because it fights for the center from the side rather than head-on, creating imbalanced positions where both sides genuinely have winning chances rather than heading toward an early draw. Entire careers have been built around single branches of this one opening. The Najdorf, made famous by Bobby Fischer and Garry Kasparov, or the razor-sharp dragon, named for the pawn shape it creates on the board, each carrying its own separate universe of memorized theory that grandmasters study for decades. The French Defense. Black meets 1e4 with e6, building a solid, unbreakable pawn chain before anything else happens on the board. The trade-off is immediate and well-known. The light-squared bishop gets locked behind that same pawn chain and often struggles to find a good square for the entire middle game. In exchange, Black gets a position that's very hard to attack directly, with a counter-strike against White's center, planned for later using the c-pawn. Victor Korchnoi, one of the toughest defensive players in chess history, used the French defense throughout his entire career to grind down opponents in long, patient games. The Caro-Kann Defense. This one solves the exact structural problem the French defense creates for itself. By playing c6 before e6, Black gets the light-squared bishop out to f5 or g4 first, developing it safely, and only afterward builds the same solid pawn structure. It has a reputation as one of the safest, most reliable replies to 1e4 in all of chess, which is part of why elite, risk-averse players like Anatoly Karpov and more recently Fabiano Caruana have relied on it in must-not-lose games at the very highest level. The Queen's Gambit. Despite the name, this isn't really a sacrifice at all. The c-pawn offered on move 2 is almost never actually kept by Black for long, and master-level players know this from the very first move, What it does is create immediate tension in the center, forcing an early decision about how to handle the pawn sitting on d5. Whether black accepts it, declines it, or counters with moves of their own, the resulting positions have been analyzed for well over a century and remain one of the single most common battlegrounds in serious classical chess. The King's Indian Defense. Rather than fighting for the center immediately the way most openings do, black deliberately allows white to build a large pawn presence there, developing pieces to the side first, including a fianchettoed bishop tucked away on g7. The plan is to attack that center later with pawn breaks like f5 or c5, turning white's early space advantage into a long-term target. Garry Kasparov used this exact defense to devastating effect throughout his career, treating it not as a passive setup, but as an aggressive weapon aimed squarely at his opponent's position.